Appreciate it, Dusette.
Okay. There was a motion to set aside default judgment. It's filed by you, Ms. Dusette. Please proceed.
Okay, so they're basically the office is basically saying that I owe December. I moved in my apartment November, I'm gonna say the beginning of November 2025. They're trying to say that I didn't pay December. I have the receipt. I have the smart receipt is signed and dated. And then I also got this other paperwork saying that I was late paying my rent.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Schoen.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, that is true. December's rent is owing. Just wanted to point out under MCR 2.603D, the motion is required to include an affidavit of meritorious defense. So Ms. Dusette did give a reason for failing to appear at our hearing, but there is in the motion no defense listed at all, and that is required to be listed in the motion, not just today, Your Honor. So if Ms. Dusette has proof, so they've been asking her for proof that she paid December for a really long time. If she does have proof that she paid December, then she can take it to the office, and if they're able to corroborate that that's true and just validate that, then we'll dismiss the case entirely. But they do need that proof, and so far they have not received it. So what I would request is perhaps they'd like to keep her. She's been a good tenant. We don't want to request the writ on this case, but she needs to give them their accounting. She's the only one that has proof that she's made this payment. So I guess I would just ask that she be given until maybe Friday to present the proof.
Can I come in and say I have went down there previous times, like maybe at least like 5 or 6 times, showing them this receipt that Ms. Siobhan has signed. They told me specifically the first time, they told me to call this receipt and try to see who cashed it. Remind you, they told me to try to see who cashed it. That was the first time. I ended up calling the number that was on the back of this. It wasn't going through. I went down there like a week and a half after that. That was my second time. She said that she was going to call them because I showed her the receipt. I showed her all the paperwork. They even gave me the paperwork stating that I haven't paid December when I have paid December. So me showing them this, I don't think that's going to do a lot of work because I already have tried that previous time.
So I would just say,
was there a month's rent escrow deposited for this case? Did you deposit some money, Ms. Dusette, on this motion? Because
I was trying to pay this month's rent. I went down there. I have the money order. They didn't let me pay this month's rent, so now I'm late on this month's rent as well. I'm not sure how that
I'm
works.
not talking about. I'm talking about here at the court for this motion to be heard. There needed to be a deposit put down on it. So.
Oh yes, I had to pay the $70 to set up this meeting, if that's what you're referring to.
Okay, because you didn't check it off on the box here in the motion that you sent. Okay.
Okay.
So I can do one of
may
two
I just
things.
respond briefly, Your Honor?
Okay, I can either adjourn this a week, or I can set aside the default judgment, set it for a pretrial. Ms. Shaw, you can do a conditional dismissal based upon her showing that proof. And if she doesn't show the proof, it goes back to a judgment.
Sorry, if I may, just for a minute, Your Honor. So it's not just that she needs to show it. What they've asked her to do is to track the payment. So she's the only one who can track where that payment was made. They have no record in their system of ever receiving that payment. So it's her responsibility to just a second, Ms. Dusette. I'll be finished in a second. It's her responsibility to track that payment. They have no record of it. So I'm sorry. It's not that she needs to just show them the payment. It's that she actually has to substantiate where those funds were deposited, and we don't have that.
How is payment made? How is payment made? Is it a credit card?
It's a money order. I give them the money order, they sign it, and they give me my receipt back, and they keep the other half. What I was also going to say,
hold on,
I get where she's.
1 second. 1 second. I'm going somewhere. So you give it to the management?
I go downstairs and I can show you. I have this money order right here. This is what I do. I go to the store and I put the money on the money order. It comes
Right,
in
I get
one.
that part.
They keep this half and they give me this half. This is the half I
Right.
have for December. So the way I'm looking at it, or you correct me if I'm wrong, this is their receipt. They keep this. I always keep my receipts. I have receipts from months and months ago.
Right. So
As
hold
far
on one second. I don't mean to cut you off. I just when I have a thought vision, I ask targeted
Yeah.
questions. So I'm not understanding, Ms. Shawn, why she's responsible when she handed to your management
Exactly.
of your client.
So they
If she-
didn't
hold on.
receive it, Your Honor.
Now it's signed
Hold
and
on one
dated by
second,
the
one
big
second.
lady in the
One
office,
second,
Siobhan.
one
It's
second.
signed and dated by her.
One
So I'm
second.
not.
Ms. Shawn, I'm not understanding how you say she didn't. Let me ask you, do you have personal knowledge, Ms. Shawn, that she paid or didn't pay, or are you getting hearsay off of what your client said?
So I can have my client is ready. I mean, I can have her come on right now. She can testify herself if you give me a moment.
That's fine. Yeah, but I'm gonna put you to that.
Okay, just give
I
me a
got a
second.
busy
Thank
docket
you.
this afternoon, so it may be a little wait.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ms. Dusette, give us
I'm
one
not.
moment.
Yeah, me and you are on the
I'm
same
gonna
page.
put
I
you.
was also
I'm gonna put you in the waiting
confused.
room, Ms. Dusette. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, because I gotta move through my docket, and I'm gonna allow her to do what she do, and I'll talk to you when she's ready. I don't want to talk to you ex parte. Okay. State your name, please.
Oh, Siobhan Bell from Carriage Place.
Okay. There was an issue about payment back on, what was it, December of last year. Miss Dusette says she made the payment because I think the normal practice is she brings this money order in and then you take the money order part of it and then sign off on the receipt part of it. She says she has a signature from you on the receipt end of things, so just trying to figure out about what happened to the money order. I think there is a for me, if they hand it to the people they're supposed to, it's not their responsibility anymore. That's like me paying my mortgage and my mortgage company screws up and then like, Jeremy, you didn't, here go the receipt. Here's my bank account, says y'all got it. So, we're trying to figure out what's going on.
On any receipt of December's payment. And with that being said, I did tell her to try to put a trace on the money order because I did not receive it, nor did I sign anything.
Ms. Dusette,
Yeah.
can you put that receipt up to the screen? Where's the signature? You're on mute, Ms. Dusette.
That is not my signature, and that's not my name. I don't know what that is, but
Can I flip my camera? Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I can't flip it. Okay, wait.
You could just hold it to the camera.
If it's not Siobhan, it's definitely the other lady in the office. I'm not
What's
sure
that?
who signed the
Where's the signature in the lower right-hand corner?
I'm pretty sure one of these is the signature. I know it's dated and
So, Ms.
signed. It's
Dusette,
either this.
do you have other receipts where people signed off? Find another receipt where it's been signed off
Hold
on.
on. Nope, I
Compare.
don't actually. Hold on.
so we have a receipt book that we fill out when
Put her
we
on the floor, Gunny. She don't want to be in there.
payments. We don't sign the
Hold on, I'm looking.
of a money order. We use the
So
receipt.
I wonder if I could ask Ms. Bell just a couple of questions. I know there were some questions that the court was curious about. I did speak to her about that.
One second. Let Ms. Dusette do what she do first.
All right, so the only other signature, this is another receipt. This is a receipt from 04/01/2025. This is the same signature as this right here. I'm pretty sure that's a K and a H. I'm not sure. I'm not really good at reading
K and
cursive.
H as well. They kind of look similar, Ms. Shawn. Go back to the.
I'm not sure whose
K and that
signature.
H.
I also
I
have
don't
a few
mind.
more. Hold on. I got this one. I have all my receipts. I keep those. This looks like somebody else's signature. Don't look like the same signature. I have another one. I have this one. CH, I think that says.
Okay.
That looks like that's on paper and not on a, or not on
Yes,
a
this is
sheet. It just looks like it's on a
my
piece of paper.
other.
Okay.
Yes, because sometimes when we run out of receipt books, we'll copy the money order and
Okay.
then
The handwriting looks too similar for me, so I'm gonna grant her default judgment to set it aside. It looks too similar. Y'all got a million different processes, there should be a consistent process. The signatures look the same on that receipt, the same way it looked on a copy receipt, Ms. Shaw. It looks similar. I mean, I can give it to Stevie Wonder, it'll look similar. So, I
Okay.
mean, somebody
not
did
like-
something in that office. Judge Bowie's talking, excuse me one second.
Mhm.
Somebody did something in that office and signed up and said she was good and received that money order. So her default judgment will be motion will be granted to set it aside. Somebody in that office received it, Ms. Shawn. So
So
you got because someone signed KH, and that signature looks similar to the one that she paid back in, I believe she said April, and that person misplaced that money order or something. But I mean, I don't understand how she would. This handwriting would be similar. I mean, it's somebody in the office messed up, and it wasn't Miss Dusette.
Your Honor,
So her
one thing,
motion.
so I spoke with, if I just, one last thing, Your Honor. So I spoke with Miss Bell, and they have a way of searching by the payment number to see whether the money order has been received. They did search by the payment number, and they have no money order with that number at all in their system. So the only person who can actually track where the payment was made was Miss Dusette.
Or the
So-
Because
person
they've
that
already
signed,
looked.
or the person that signed KH. Like, once again, it could have been misplaced in the office under some paperwork and not been filed. But I'm not understanding why the signature on that receipt is similar to the one she showed me from past payments. Like, clear that hurdle, and then this case will go somewhere else. That hurdle is not being cleared by the plaintiff. Because why is it similar?
Could
And
we
then you can
ask
also, the
Ms.
money
Bell
order
that?
could have been lost in the office somewhere. So I'll let you guys figure it out. Mr. Dusette, your motion is granted. We're all set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
With that being granted, what does that mean exactly? Do I have to pay? Do I have to go back up to the court? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
So we set aside the default judgment. We'll set it for a pretrial before, I think this came up from Judge.
Okay, so
Tina
now
Brooks
with this
Green.
being stated, with this month's rent, would I be able to pay this month's rent? And is the rent gonna add up? I'm not understanding.
You can go pay this month's rent.
So would the late
Uh,
fees be counted? Because I was trying to pay on the 17th, so today is the
24.
right? So with those with those late fees add up, or would the 75 still be good? If that makes sense.
And this is for what month? This
This
month?
month, I went to try to go pay it, but she told me no, not until I pay the $300, and I told her I'm not paying that until the judge confirms it. So she was basically holding off on my this month's rent, and I found that weird as well.
So just hold off on that.
Hold on, baby.
Don't spend that money.
Okay.
Put it in escrow here. Put it in escrow here at the courthouse. And if there's any issues, just come pay it here to the courthouse.
Okay, so
And
bring it
that's
to the
for-
court.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll
All
put
right.
an escrow order. I'll put an escrow order for August, September, and October's rent. So your next 3 rent payments will come here to the court, and I'm going to have this case back on my docket. Normally it goes to Judge Green, but I will handle this case and put some notes in there and figure it. So you're all
Okay,
set.
so on my end, do I just keep following up with the courts?
We'll send you something in the mail for the pretrial date.
Okay, so I do have another meeting coming up.
Right, yes, because now it goes back to a pretrial. And
Okay.
if at that pretrial, if I'm still not satisfied, the case will be dismissed and the rent abated for that month. If they say, okay, we found it, or we're not going to charge her late fees, or, we'll work it out at the next pretrial, figure out how we can move forward.
Okay, so I'll get something in the mail to let me know what date is my pretrial, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right,
Thank
and then
you.
you said just take this month's rent up to the courts, and they'll do it from there, and then the next 3 months I'll pay from the courts, correct?
Yeah, August, September, October, I'll put an escrow order in for those 3 months, because this case is gonna be set for October.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Mhm.